recap. I hope everyone's doing okay. Take a look at disclosure. Here we are, another day, another a little bit of a deterioration, another day of net selling, another day of just not even devaluation, just de-risking. Sometimes you think we can get a little bit of a bounce, sometimes you get a little bounce, sometimes you get these, intraday moves, but ultimately, everything has been kind of suffocated. And even with levels, it's hard. I feel like I did nothing today, and I lost a little bit of money. I bought a little Tesla early. I tried a little Meta early, and they were heavy, and a lot of things just that gave you a 2-day bounce. Some of them still look somewhat constructive, meaning that SPYs made a new low of the week. The Qs made a new low of the week. Some stocks didn't. Does that mean they're ready to explode? It means you keep them on the radar just in case we do find some footing. But anyway, here we are. Every day trying to make a new little areas, 555, 552, 549.68. I had bids in at 547 down, didn't buy. I didn't lose. I lost a little bit of my active and swing account because I tried a few things, but you got to try things. You can't just sit there. There are some levels to play and some things to do. And here's your next, big levels below. What's this? This is when does this gap start? This is 536, not 534. And we'll see. We shall see. It's a very tricky, tough tape. I'm a pro. I've been doing it a long time. I'm excited about it, though, to be honest. We're 10, 11% off the highs. I'm down a bit of money for the first quarter. I've been able to put some of my blood on the street account to work. Long-term 401k 529s we put to work, and at some point stocks will get better, and we'll be able to find really good leading stocks and be able to sink our teeth into them into a bottom pattern, add to them with a higher low, then add to it when they cross through a lower pivot, and then sell some and then let them reclaim moving averages and start a whole new trend. Hasn't happened yet. You saw that here where, we had a move down from July 16th lower. You had your first move, you had a higher low, then it crossed this area, gave you another good area. This could have been a pause spot, it wasn't. So at some point, it feels like we're close. If you've been buying since here thinking that was it, you got to very run over. You don't just do that. Now someone told me today, he's like, I'm a net buyer now below. I'm like, okay, well, if you're not getting paid in March and you want to take some pain and you have no idea, what's going on, it makes it better to be a net buyer from 549 down than from 569 down. You saved yourself, 20 points in the SPYs, 200 handles, and whatever percentage that is. But that's not how that's not how we make a living. We tactically look for areas, we look for levels versus levels, we quantify our risk, and we try and stay out of the way. And we try and think about some wins, some wins in the day. If you had a thought and the thought wasn't validated and you had to change your thought and make the right decision at the right time, that's that. That's what we try and do. Again, this descending channel can go for a while. Listen, I try not to talk with too much conviction because there's no way to talk with conviction now. I know guys right here were saying, we're going to rally 2% from here. We're going back to 509. Buckle up. If you did that here, you got pretty beat up into that move, especially if you put too much on. So I'm trying not to give you too much conviction in either which way because we're not in a conviction area. We're in a bearish trend going lower, making lower highs, lower lows. Every rally's been rejected. Things feel weak. We had a little bit of a bounce in some key names. It was hard to dissect them. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. And we'll see. That's the beauty of being a technician. You have levels versus levels, and you have multiple accounts. You try and make money in all different ways, but you try and keep yourself safe and try not to get too over your skis, whichever which way. Paper cuts are fine. Blowing up is putting you out of the business. Anyway, this is another new low, right? 467. This was what, 466.43. These little lows are just not getting us anywhere because we have these little moves where you can make some money. The VTF caught the first move from 470 back to 473, 474 if they played it perfectly, and then that was it. What did I say? 466 what? Sometimes these trends just continue and days are not inflection points, they're just days. we haven't had that move where we get all of a sudden news that scares the bejesus out of people, and things just fall apart and accelerate, and really fear sets in and does the real washout. Right now, this is just kind of like a whole de-risking type of thing. That's the cues. Tesla. And then here are the names that have made higher lows. Okay, but still too early to tell you. Tesla broke 241, kind of got down to 237. Looks better. Why does it look better? Well, it's obviously been annihilated, but made a higher low versus, just say 233, that's your level, versus what the indices did. So this could be on the B list. You want to talk A, B, C, D list? Okay, this is on the B list. Okay, Reddit. I bought some options just in case. This too, it's kind of on the B list. Higher low. Higher low versus a new low. Obviously, it's down a lot more than the markets. It's a high beta name, but I'm just saying higher low versus a new low. So if you're looking for a small thing to put on a chalkboard, you have a little bit of a higher low. So S&P makes a new low, Q's make a new low, Reddit makes a higher low, kind of on the B list-ish. So that's why I bought a little options just in case. So that's the B list. So that's how you formulate a new list of stocks, or a list of stocks for when the market bottoms, because when the market bottoms, then the names that are doing better are the ones that go the best. So Reddit and Tesla are kind of on that list. Not great. Can't have a false sense of security. You need today, it decided when it wanted to rally back up. But anyway, let's get this out of the way for now, so we're not making noise here. So what are some other names that didn't make new lows today? I think Apple Oven didn't make a new low also. So APP is still giving you a little clue. Look at that, nice and symmetrical. What's this, 261-ish? That should be on the radar if it's going to be acting well. So these names are kind of on the radar, as if we do bottom, they're making higher lows, and they seem like they're in a little bit more demand at these levels than the overall indices. So that's how you get a little bit of a leadership list. So App is on there. What did I just say? Reddit's on there. Let's see, is Dash on there? I got stopped out of Dash today. Yeah, but Dash obviously today was one of those days that was bearish engulfing, so you had to get out of the way. But it's still above the recent lows. So we'll see how much relative strength does it want to hold. For me, I don't want to be sitting in this thing from 168 down to 169 and change in the stock, so I'm just in the options. But it's still just fine. It just, again, bearish candle into resistance. We continue to get hit. It's going to get hit. We'll see. Yes. Then you have names that are just like drastically oversold, that aren't, making higher lows, that, are on the radar for some kind of reversal bottom tail. Yeah, JP Morgan drastically oversold. Not drastically, but below the 200-day, made a new low. It's JP Morgan. Walmart, same thing. Look at that, move down to the 200-day. Big gap and go to the downside. Anyway, I'm just saying that there are different types of trades. There's the oversold stretch trade, and then there's does the market turn into, are we looking for leadership trade? Look at Apple, by the way. Holy cow. Broke through 214.91. This was your spot to run for the hills if you were prepared, or get short and make a hell of a lot of money. I didn't either. I wasn't even in it. I just try and map it out. Let's see what's today's low to use for tomorrow. 208.42. 208.42. Wow. I don't put any language in my charts at night. I just want you guys to look at the move and see. If they rally this tomorrow 400 points, I'll vomit. Don't vomit. Yeah, that'd be tough. Where do we see some relative strength? Baba. I think Baba's looking really good. At some point, this can get going. I bought a little bit earlier on. Hold on. Chase Redler. What is... Yo.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Do you think, what time's like the earliest you can pick me up? Because I'm doing I was doing a workout in the gym, and then I iced and did compression for like 45 chill in there for like another 20 minutes.
Well, you're at the high
So
school?
you can pick. Yeah.
I can get you in 10 minutes.
Alright, and can we go like Chipotle or something?
Maybe we gotta get the dog.
Quickly Chipotle.
What?
Quick Chipotle.
Before we get Phoenix?
Where are we getting Phoenix from?
She's been a VIP puppy all day in a cage with this.
We'll get Phoenix. We'll get Phoenix, and then after we get Phoenix, we'll go Chipotle.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Alright.
Not bad. He's working on this process. He tweaked his ankle a little bit, so he has AAU season starting on Saturday with the New Jersey Beast. He's playing with a 6'10", a 6'7", and 6'5", so he's trying to, get his ankle a little bit better. So he's went to the trainer and he just won't rest it. But anyway, so Baba looks pretty good. Baba to me seems like it's gonna take this out. I don't know. Some people say, well, if the market bounces, is Baba gonna get sold because Baba's so strong? You would think you use the rules that if when the market bounces, this is above the 8-day. There's not a lot of names above the 8-day. It would kind of suck if all of a sudden the market bounces and then they sell off Chinese names because the Chinese names are so strong while the market's under pressure, or the stocks that are showing relative strength when the market goes, it goes nuts and goes through 145. Let's hope that happens. Yeah, they both could happen, right? Yeah, NVIDIA. Let's go back to the NVIDIA. NVIDIA made a higher low, showing some leadership, held above this low, not even at that low. So, right now there are names that have made higher lows that if we rally that, and if it's for real for a week or two, which maybe we get, maybe we don't, from what level we don't know, NVIDIA is something we turn to. Okay, Tesla kind of something we turn to, Reddit kind of something we turn to, Apple kind of something we turn to. In mega cap tech, there's nothing, Meta, what a hard name, Looked decent 2-day move. Did it hold yesterday? So no, it broke it. I tried it when it was down $2. I sold it when it was down 8. Thank goodness it was down 28. Could have really got my ass kicked. Right back to here. So where does it have to go? Probably to the 200-day like everything else. But that's hard. That is a hard name. I lost money in Meta today. April 2nd, doomsday, unless Trump is bluffing up on. That's true. Still have all that. What did Microsoft and Google do? I tried Google today. Another bear flag. Another inside day that turned into a downward day. You got to get out of the way. Microsoft. Wow. Looks like ready to make lower lows again. Trending down below the 8-day. Every rally sold. Ugly action. I don't know if it's a double bottom, to be honest. And if it gaps open tomorrow, not much to do there. But what you want is you want it to gap down to the 200-day buy to reclaim 586 and then work its way back to 609 versus open up and who knows. Right now people are like, Red, did you see the spies are up $1 after hours? It's okay. It's okay. Take a breath. Little bit of a lift after hours. Anyway. Listen, guys are making a lot of money in gold. I have not been trading gold. What a nice move today. Congratulations if you're in it. For gold I've been talking about. Who cares how I talk about, but anyway, if you're an asset allocator, hopefully you have 10% in gold. You're making your money. You've been accumulating it for years. You're feeling real happy, even if that's why when your equities are down, your gold is up. Silver looks pretty good too. Not quite the same strength as gold because it has that industrial component, but nice move for silver. Hi ho. I'm not in it, but if you're in it, it's also above all the moving averages. Technically, definitely looking better than worse. Can't say the same thing for IBIT. Didn't fill the gap. It's got an open gap. Usually if you can't fill an open gap, it's heading lower, so you'll have to be careful. We'll see what happens here. This was your out. Mr. was a little strong beforehand, but that doesn't mean much. What does Mr. look like? Looks a little bit better than the IBIT. This looks I could try it to hold in there. What's this level to get above if it needs to? 272. It's all right. It's worth putting on the list for a trade. All right, Jay. It's a lot of ifs. Grandma had balls, should be grandpa. Is that all going to happen tomorrow? I hear you. There are levels to watch, but we will put those levels out there. Same way, 555 is a level to watch today. If you shorted at 555 or 552, you were able to make money down to 549. It wasn't easy, though. All right, guys. Tomorrow's Friday. Today was not a fun day for me either. Again, another day in the life of the market. At least today I didn't give back money. I just wasn't up money. I came in, a little long just in case the PPI was light. And guess what? The PPI was light and still things were heavy. So a lot of my options didn't work. As far as trading wise, I had a little dash on and dash got hurt today. So I had to get out of dash for now. When stock like this is down $8, 4.6%. If you have 500 shares, you're losing money. Anyway, I did sell some options yesterday. We'll see. Just, got to keep your energy up. You got to keep your focus, and you got to just wait. If you're making money short, congratulations. If you're making minor scalps long, congratulations. If you're up money this week, congratulations. If you're still in the game and you're down money, congratulations. You're still here. You're still ready to go for when the setup that you are conducive to taking happens. And there will be a lot of them. Again, it's March 13th. Market's down 10, 11% off the highs. Tech's down 12, 13% off highs, and a lot of stocks have been cut in half. If you're down a little bit of money and you're upset that you didn't make money short, all right, figure out how to be a better short. But if you like to be long and you're down a little bit of money, you did just fine. If you've been, if you feel like you're not in control because you've been buying things and you're underwater, you need to make so much price points back before you even get anywhere close. That's not trading. That's, you probably have an IRA and you probably have a job, and that's fine. You're not getting paid from that. At some point, maybe it turns around for you. But if you trade for a living, the process, the routine, I'll say it 1,000 times. That's why I created Red Dog Mindset, so I can get everyone's mind right in the morning, do a nice little workout, get in the ice barrel, feel good, approach the day optimistic. If the market doesn't behave, at least we're not being erratic and doing the wrong thing and trying to stay in self-control. The only way you really stay in self-control is if you have control of yourself. Oh, did I just make that up? And I try my best as much as possible. I got a lot of people on this alpha team. I have a lot of people in here. I have a lot of people on my email. I have a lot of people in the media. It's not so easy for me to ignore things and, try and keep the course steady and the road firm. And do what I can. Sometimes things are easy. Sometimes we're making money. Sometimes the markets we're in a rhythm. But in other times, just trying to keep the powder dry and keep our mind sane. That's a plus. I'll see you guys in the morning.